changes to the infrastructure of America, what would you do?
Oh, oh boy, that's a loaded question there. First thing, a moral conscience in everyone that's there. Everyone that's in Congress right now seems like they only care about themselves and the people, the money structures that put them there. If I could click my fingers and give them a moral spine, that's the first thing I do. The next thing, which would come out of that, is instantaneously a balanced budget. I mean, we're spending $783 billion a year on interest on our debt. Now, if I had $783 billion, I could solve all of the food problems in the United States, and I could solve all the health problems in the United States. We have people that are getting their Social Security removed so they can fund the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. I mean, everything, our spending, our mentality is just so skewed. It flabbergasts me that they would even consider themselves politicians. They consider themselves criminal politicians rather than politicians, because they aren't doing anything for the people. They're enslaving us to a system that won't allow us freedom. Third snap of the fingers. Actually, it would be more for the society as a whole, and that would be to realize that we're the power. We the people are the power. We're the ones that are going to get us out of this. It's not the politicians. It's not the teachers. It's not the doctors that are going to make us healthy. The doctors are Western medicine. They take care of us once we are sick. Okay? We have ways and means and traditional ways, Hawaiian ways, to where we don't get sick. There's alternative sources of medicine that we can take by eating better and putting things into our diet, that our immune system is automatically boosted, that we won't get these diseases. Now granted, if you break a bone, you got to go see someone that can set the bone. And if you have cancer, you've got stuff for that. But there's AHCC, there's other alternatives, there's beet juice, there's the heat treatment that the guy in Nevada created, and subsequently after he patented the technology, he was assassinated. But we can do it. We don't need the government. We just need the government to keep the crooks away from ripping us off. And we'll solve our own problems. It's got to go from where it is now, a federal control, to a state control and then county control. Because in this county, down here in Puna, we have some very unique things. I mean, we're extremely poor as far as a society goes. We have some messed up roads. We don't have medical facilities. We have we now have a new fire station and soon to be a police station, which is decent, but we don't have any infrastructure for businesses that are sustainable and that sort of thing. And that's completely different than the Kona side. And this is completely different than Oahu, which is completely different as a state than Washington, D.C., or California, or Nevada, or Texas. But the federal rules, they are a blanket rule for the entire country. How could they make rules that work here? They can't. They can't possibly fathom your needs or my needs. But they try to well, let's Band-Aid this problem. Well, it's like, I'm tired of the Band-Aids. Let's just back off. The federal government system pulling away from the states all their rights and taking control has been a complete disaster. And what we need to do is get off the backs and help the states become self-sufficient. And the states need to make and help the counties become self-sufficient, who will help the people become self-sufficient. And in doing that, we have a much stronger, much vibrant society, much stronger, vibrant economy. And in doing that, there won't be an unbalanced budget, because they won't be forcing all these programs on all these people that don't want them, that cost a fortune. We can do it. It's us. But that's a societal thing, the third snap of the fingers, and the other two, moral spine. There's no one up there that has economic understanding, and they're spineless to do what's right.